Alright guys, today we are continuing with the Dragon Ball figure recap. First we're going to cover official Dragon Ball stuff, like SH Figuarts official stuff, and then third-party stuff, okay? As far as official stuff goes, the first thing that is like kind of important is the Dragon Ball Pop-Up Tour USA 2026. What exactly is going to be there? I'm not sure. They haven't given a lot of details. Judging by this picture here, I would think that possibly they might reveal a Super Saiyan 4 DAIMA Goku, because I mean, they recently revealed, of course, Games Begin Goku, which is pretty similar to this Goku here. And then the Super Saiyan Blue Goku is like this. So I'm guessing they're going to reveal a Super Saiyan 4 DAIMA Goku, right? But they haven't officially stated that. The description, or the, what do you call this? The caption? I don't know, whatever you call it. This thing says, "Join us for the Dragon Ball Pop-Up Tour USA 2026 and experience the world of Dragon Ball. The tour will begin in February next year, visiting 5 locations across the US. Special event page in our bio. Schedule: first stop Illinois, second stop New Jersey, third stop Florida, fourth stop Texas, fifth stop California. More information will be coming soon. Check out the special event page for more details." Okay, so they haven't posted anything else about this since then, as far as I could tell. So yeah, I mean, there are 5 stops. It would be, I guess, interesting if they revealed like a new figure at each stop. So like first stop we have something, second stop something, and the 5th stop is like, Super Saiyan 4 Goku Daima or something. Or he could be the first stop, I don't know. Or he might be none of the stops, it's not confirmed. But yeah, that is what they've posted regarding that. Next we have the new Ultra Instinct Goku, right? Of course, on the 2.0 body. Bandai is just recycling that body like crazy. Even though they have the new, 3.0, 4.0, or whatever you want to call it, 0.0. But this is it says SH Figuarts, and this is posted by TNS New York, and I believe it was reposted by Instamashi, okay? So it says, SH Figuarts Son Goku Ultra Instinct Limits Super Surpassed. I don't know why these names are so long, dude. Like, why do they make the names so ridiculously long? Anyways, from Dragon Ball Super will be available at Tamashii Nation Store in New York starting Tuesday, December 16th at 3 p.m. as our latest store exclusive. And they posted this on that day. So right now, as I'm recording this, this is Friday, December 19th. So this was posted, it says 2 days, but it should be more like 3 days, right? Unless they posted late at night, I guess. But yeah, so it says starting Tuesday, December 16th at 3 p.m. as our latest store exclusive. 2 new head parts and 3 new facial expressions have been sculpted to more closely resemble the scenes in the anime. Contents: main body, 3 pairs of interchangeable hands, 2 interchangeable expression parts, interchangeable headset, or interchangeable head part. Please note, sales for SH Figuarts Son Goku Ultra Instinct Limits Super Surpassed, the name, man, will begin at 3 p.m. Okay, so this is what they posted about that. The figure looks okay. I mean, I'm not really super interested in it because I already have an Ultra Instinct Goku. And this doesn't look like, it's not like if Tonsen Art Toys made one and it looks like super anime accurate and super detailed, it's not like that. So to me, it does, like, the face sculpt does look, I guess, better than the original. Like, I guess I could say that, but it doesn't look so incredible that I'm like, yo, I need this. Like, so if you don't have an Ultra Instinct Goku, you might want to get this. I'm not personally that interested in it. And I don't really like the pants, how that stuff. I'm not really into like pearlescent or shiny translucent kind of stuff, and Tamashii really seems to like that a lot. So yeah, if you want it, it's being sold now. It said it started December 16th, so there you go with that. Oh wait, let me see something. Hold on. Do they have eyes looking off to the side? Let me see. It doesn't look like it. I don't think so. All right, no eyes looking off to the side. All right, let's continue. So the next thing is Tamashi's doing this like, daily reveals thing where they have like, let me show you the graphic. So this was the first one they posted, right? It says SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Next Lineup. And it has these like, I guess, blotted out names or something. Yeah, I think they're blotted out names because we know now what this one is. We'll see that. You'll see that in a minute. First, they showed First Form Frieza with a new head sculpt. This is actually slightly different than the head sculpt with the original the original head sculpt with First Form Frieza. The eyes are not as like widely open, right? Not as like his eyebrows are not as far up and stuff, or eyebrow ridges, whatever. So this is slightly different than the original, like, this kind of face sculpt or head sculpt, okay? And, you know, I mean, it seems to be based on the Bardock special, okay? But I don't know whether this means they're going to release a new Frieza with this head sculpt, or if this head sculpt will be an accessory with a different figure. Because based on the other reveals so far, I don't know, it's kind of tough to kind of figure out what exactly they're getting at. But anyways, day one's reveal was this Frieza here, okay, this image of Frieza, okay? And it looks like the Bardock special, of course, when he's destroying Planet Vegeta and stuff like that. And all the caption said was SH Figuarts Dragon Ball series. That's it. They posted this 2 days ago. It says December 16th. Okay. So next we have this Dodoria. This pose from Dodoria is exactly how he was posed in the Bardock special when Frieza asked him like if he, you know, killed the Saiyans or whatever, and he was like, you know, he, you know, took them all out or whatever he did. You know, he's basically saying he completed his job. But then they found out that Bardock was still alive because they saw the Saiyan space pod flying away from the planet, going back to Planet Vegeta, right? So this is when he was posed like that. This hand is new. The current Dodoria figure does not have this hand, okay? So once again, I'm wondering if this hand might be an accessory with a different figure. I don't know. Or if they're going to release a new Dodoria with this hand. We're not sure yet, okay? So as you saw, day one, day two, you have Dodoria. Day one, you had Frieza from the Bardock special, both, you know, looking like the Bardock special, okay? Day three, we have Frieza, Dodoria, and Zarbon, okay? And this is not a perfect recreation of the scene I think they're trying to get at, because Dodoria has a smile on his face here, but in the Bardock special at this, like a moment that would look like this, he had a straight face, okay? Zarbon does have a straight face, which is accurate. And Frieza actually wasn't smiling at this point. He had his eyes closed and he had a straight face, right? So, and I think his chair was actually slightly different as well. But basically, this could be considered a somewhat inaccurate recreation of a scene from the Bardock special, right? It's before Kid Vegeta like enters the room and says like he needs an assignment and all that kind of stuff, okay? So that is what this is looking like to me. So today is, of course, Friday, and they're going to reveal something else later today. Of course, as I'm recording this, you might see this video after they've already revealed the new thing, the next, you know, thing. But the final reveal should be tomorrow, which is Saturday. And once that is revealed, I'll probably make a video covering like the whole thing, what they revealed, what this could mean, or even just what they said it meant in the end. Okay, so look forward to a video covering that, probably either Saturday night or on Sunday, okay? So yeah, as far as Tamashi's Instagram and Dragon Ball, this is the most important thing right now. As far as what I think they're going to reveal, it could be a Kid Vegeta. That's a possibility because the next thing that happened after this right here was Kid Vegeta entering the room. So Kid Vegeta could be revealed. They might use the Daima body as kind of a base for that. I don't know. That would be kind of cool, to be honest. I actually wouldn't mind a Kid Vegeta figure. For a decent price, of course, not like $100 for Kid Vegeta. It's like 3 inches tall. Okay. Then what else could it be? There could be a King Vegeta, perhaps, or a lot of people are thinking that they're going to reveal a battle damaged Bardock. So, battle damaged Bardock would be pretty cool. We'll have to see if they add the, you know, the red detail and stuff on there. You know, Tamashi only recently started adding that stuff with the Genki Damatsuri Goku. So if they make a battle damaged Bardock, will they include the red detail on him? I don't know. We'll have to see. So, yeah. All right, now we're going to move on to Premium Bandai, okay? On Premium Bandai, they're currently running like a promotion where it says in stock, free shipping, period, December 3rd to 28th. On in-stock orders, $50 or more, you get free shipping, okay? It says only applicable to in-stock items category. So, unfortunately, you can't use this to get free shipping on the Son Goku Super Saiyan Fighter of Rage, which we'll see right here. Right, so it would be really cool if you could get free shipping on this, because Premium Bandai, I think they usually charge, what, $10 shipping? So that's going to make this guy $75. And then you got to pay the taxes. Let's say that's like, what, $5? So basically $80 for this guy, you know? Just, it's too much in my opinion, you know? Like, I don't know. But if you want it, then you can get it. It's a good looking figure. Like, it looks good to me. I just wish the price wasn't so high. So yeah, it basically uses a similar leg design to, like, you know, Games Begin Goku, Legendary Super Saiyan Goku. And as I said last time, you know, I think the hip flaps don't look the worst on battle damage figures. So yeah, this is scheduled for release in July 2026. Pre-orders are closing January 4th, 2026. Okay, so you have a bit of time to decide whether you want to get this or not. I don't think I'll get it because, as I said, I have a blue shirt that I can put on the legendary Super Saiyan Goku to make him look like this, you know, but this figure does look pretty good. If I didn't already have the legendary Super Saiyan Goku, I might have probably wanted to get this, but since I already have that, and I have, like, you know, a third-party hair sculpt that looks pretty cool, so yeah. As far as other stuff on Premium Bandai, like, they have the Games Begin Goku hair, Mini Goku Daima, Superhero Vegeta, you know, mostly Gokus and Vegetas, to be honest. But, you know, Premium Bandai, they charge the $10 shipping. Yeah, so it does increase the price of this stuff quite a bit. Although, of course, right now, they have the free shipping deal going on. So that kind of evens it out a bit, at least temporarily, you know? So, yeah. That's it for Premium Bandai as far as those things go. But let's see here. Super Saiyan 4 Son Goku Mini Daima. This figure is currently, you know, being delivered to people or whatever. I've seen like 2 reviews go up. So yeah, I didn't pre-order this because first of all, $70 for like a little 3-inch tall thing, not happening. And I didn't really like care that much about Daima enough to like want to get this. And I don't like the large hands. I don't like how Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Daima has these big hands. It just looks really weird to me. I prefer the GT design, you know? But yeah, so if you ordered this, you should already have it or be, you know, getting it soon, basically. Now, as for Amazon on Daima, you know, well, Daima stuff on Amazon, the adult Daima Goku is still on sale, $24.99. Pretty good price, basically Dragon Stars level price right there. Mini Goku Daima is not really on sale anymore, it seems. You see it says here, sold by Cave Gamers. Like, Amazon does have a listing as well, but the price is just like regular price. It's not on sale anymore. So the Amazon stock of this Goku is not currently on sale at the point that I'm recording this, okay? But if you look over here and you click like more sellers, you can see Amazon as a seller. Let's see here. Right here. If you click here and you scroll down, you'll see there is a listing, ships from Amazon, sold by Amazon, $36.27. I don't know why Amazon is not the main listing being shown. The main listing being shown is like from Cave Gamers for whatever reason. But, you know, this Goku, not currently on sale, okay? It was on sale like consistently for the past, few months probably. So I don't know why it's not on sale anymore. Possibly they got more stock. I don't know what's happening with that, but it's a decent little figure if you want it. The adult Daima Vegeta is on sale, 34% off, $25 basically. And this is a pretty good Vegeta figure. Will Bandai release the prototype of the DBZ base form Vegeta that they showed? I don't know. There is a part of me that kind of wants to get this Vegeta, but then I'm like, should I just wait for the DBZ version? You know, I don't really like need this necessarily, but I do like the look of it. That makes me kind of want to get it. So I don't know. I'm kind of torn on getting it, but Dragon Star's price, $25. That's like really solid, you know? So yeah. And this is, of course, shipped and sold by Amazon, as you see here, okay? This one also shipped and sold by Amazon. Mini Daima Vegeta. This figure does not have the best reviews. You know, the articulation is pretty limited. He has no bicep swivel. Let's see here. He has no bicep swivel. He has no ab crunch, you know, so it's pretty limited. But $22.68 Dragon Stars price. And according to my Amazon Prime here, it says I can get $15.87 is the price I can get with a coupon. So I don't know if you'll have the same coupon offer that I have, but you know, if you want this figure, it's available on Amazon. Then we have the adult Piccolo Daima. This one being sold by Amazon. Okay, links in the description for all of these if you want them. As far as the price of this, way too high in my opinion. I don't know why adult Daima Piccolo, in fact, adult Piccolo in general, I don't know why Bandai always makes his price so insane. Like, if you think about it, right? A lot of Gokus and Vegetas are like $35, $38, $40, whatever. And why is Piccolo always like $75, $80? Like, why? Why can't Piccolo also be $35 or $40 or $50? You know, why does he always have to have these insane price tags compared to Goku and Vegeta? I just don't really get it. I don't think they've ever made a like $35, $38 Piccolo. Like, why is Piccolo always so insanely priced? And this figure, it's decent, you know, like I personally would only really want the cloth, you know, the cape and stuff. but I'm not gonna spend $72 just to get a piece of cape. Okay, like no, it's not happening. But if you want this Piccolo, you know, it's on Amazon. The price is quite high in my opinion. I don't know if I've ever seen this one on sale on Amazon, but the mini one is currently on sale. 48.64, 19% off. This one, you know, it's another minifigure. These are not the most popular figures in general. It has a little, you know, cape and stuff like the adult one, but like a smaller version. So, you know, the price is still $50. Why is this little thing $50? Like, why? You know, just because it has a cape? You know, I don't know. This little thing shouldn't be 50. This should be a $35 figure. Look at this thing. This little thing, no. You know, but if you want it, link in the description, okay? Let's see here. Oh, Glorio. Oh my goodness, Glorio. You already know the story with this. There's no chance I'm buying that for $95.27, okay? If this goes on sale at some point for like, let's say $60, $50, $40, you know, I might consider it then, but for dang near $100, you're not catching me buying this Glorio, okay? But if you really want this Glorio, you want to be a completionist, you want to get all the DAIMA figures, this is scheduled for release. Let's see, it says it will be released on May 30th, 2026. Okay, so you got a few months to wait for the release date. If you want it, here it is for $100. Okay, next we have the DBZ stuff. First, we have this Shenron being reissued. It says it will be released on January 23rd, 2026, 118.66. Not the most insane price for this massive thing, you know? So I don't think this price is like super horrible or anything. Like, but I don't personally feel like I need a Shenron right now. I might buy one in the future for like a manga cover or some animation or something. But for right now, I don't think I need the Shenron. But if you want one, you know, Amazon is currently selling it, 118.66. Now, this price I think is fairly okay, but some of these other prices are absolutely insane. You're going to see what I'm saying in a minute. Look at this Piccolo. The Proud Namekian Piccolo is being reissued, right? It said released on August 14th, 2026, so almost a year from now. But look at the price tag. 105.68? And this is being sold by Amazon. This is not just like, you know, some random person. It says shipper and seller, Amazon.com. So Amazon.com themselves are charging this price. Why are you charging $105 for Proud Namekian Piccolo? I guess it might be related to tariffs. I don't know. That's the only reasonable thing I could think of to explain why this price is so insane. Okay, so I would not recommend getting this Piccolo from Amazon. This price is absolutely crazy. Okay, you can probably find it for cheaper on like eBay or Mercari or somewhere else, but 105.68 for this Piccolo, that is absolutely insane stuff. Okay, I don't know why they're charging so much for that. Same thing with Frieza here. Frieza first form with this Frieza pod being reissued. It says this item will be released on November 14th, 2026. Look at the price tag. $98. Dang. Why? I don't know. And I think these are the only two that I've seen that have these insane prices. I don't know what's going on with them. I've heard that Amazon does some dynamic pricing thing sometimes, or I don't know, like, so this might be it. Like they might change the price depending on demand. Like, oh, a lot of people are buying it, let's raise the price. Like that kind of like scalper kind of thing. I don't know. I mean, it's possible that Amazon is just becoming, you know, scalpers themselves. You know, you can no longer, I think it's possible that we're entering an age of the world where you can't really rely on retailers to give you reliable prices. You know, like you can't say like, oh, the retail price is $35, and then if you buy it, you know, 4 weeks from now, it's still $35. No, it might go up to 50 because of dynamic whatever nonsense, you know. So I don't know. This is crazy. And look, the only reasonable way, as I said, the only reasonable way this could make sense to me is if it's like for some reason the tariffs on this are crazy and they're like, oh dang, we gotta cover this tariffs. That's the only thing I could think of. But apart from tariffs, this would just be pure greed and insanity. Okay. Let's continue here. Boy from the Future Trunks is being reissued as well. Says this item will be released on July 14th, 2026. 78.38. Quite high price. You know, for this Trunks, once again, just like Piccolo, you know, Vegeta, Goku, why can't Trunks be $35? Why can't Trunks be $40 or $50? Why does Trunks have to be these insane prices? I don't understand how they decide these things. You know, Goku and Vegeta, oh, 35. Superhero Gohan, oh, 35. Trunks, $80. Why? Why? Trunks is, I mean, he's pretty much just as popular as, like, you know, Vegeta and Gohan and stuff. So why is Trunks so insanely priced? And I don't personally like this figure very much because those hips. I absolutely hate those hips. They look horrendous when he's standing like straight up. When he's standing like this, they're not really very noticeable. But if you put him to stand straight up, they look absolutely horrible. So I don't really like this Trunks personally. If it had different hips, then yeah, I'd be like, this Trunks looks awesome, you know. But those hips just really kill the figure for me. I don't know about those hips. But if you want to get this, if you like it, you know, that's totally fine. You know, once again, just because I hate the hips doesn't mean you have to hate the hips. Okay, you're free to have your own opinion on this Trunks' design. You know what I mean? Like, if you like it, you like it. That's totally cool. No need to, like, you know, beef about it or whatever, you know. But if you want it, 78.38, link in the description, of course. Next, we have Earth's Strongest Man, Krillin. And his price is also quite a bit higher. This is like basically $10 more than what he was before. He was usually for like, you know, $55 or something like that. So they have him for $65, which is a $10 increase. If we say it's because of tariffs, then okay, you know. August 14th, 2026 is the release date, quite far away. This is a pretty good figure, I'd say. This is like a really excellent Krillin figure. It just, like, the face sculpts are spot on and stuff. It has a Destructo disc, has the Sensu Bean bag. Like, this is a really good Krillin. I think this is a super awesome Krillin figure, you know, like, as far as the sculpting, the detail, the accuracy goes. This is like a really solid Krillin figure. So I like this figure a lot. I do have this figure. If you want to get one, you don't have one, you want to get more than one or get another one or whatever, Amazon has it here, $65, free shipping. August 14th, 2026 is the release date, okay? As I said before, it used to be $55. They've increased the price by like basically $10, you know. I don't know why. Is it tariffs? It can't be inflation. There's no way inflation in 1 year is going to cause the price to go up by $10, okay? That's just insane. So it could be tariffs or it could just be pure greed. I don't know. Then we have Games Begin Goku. This one's already released in other places like Big Bad Toy Store and stuff like that. But Amazon is getting their stock December 30th, $40, free shipping. And this is, of course, as I said, you know, sold by Amazon.com themselves. This is, you know, I think it's a pretty good figure, but I do wish it didn't have the flaps and the flipping gaps. Well, the gaps and the flipping flaps. You know, like, if it just didn't have those, man, if this Goku just did not have those insane gaps and those flaps, I would really love this figure. But those two things really just bring it down for me. And I'm like, why did you do that to Goku? You know, first they did it to Gohan. First they gave Gohan these ridiculous hips. And then they did the same thing to Goku. I'm like, why do you keep doing this to these characters, man? Trunks had it first. You know, they ruined Trunks with the hips. They ruined Gohan with the hips. And now they've done the same thing to Goku. You know, it's like, why? I don't like this hip thing at all. But I think apart from that, the figure looks good. Just it has those issues that really make it something I don't like very much, you know? So, yeah. December 30th, yeah, moving on to that. Let's see. So we have the Dangerous Pride Super Saiyan Vegeta being released June 29th, 2026. And I'd say I actually like this figure quite a lot. The face sculpts are not going to compete with, like, some third-party stuff. Why is it not, like, zooming in on the image? Hold on. Okay, why is the other image, like, bugging out? Oh, there we go. So, yeah. The face sculpts are not going to compete with some third-party stuff, but they're decent enough. You know, they're decent enough. I think they're decent enough that if you had them, you wouldn't feel like you desperately need a third-party head sculpt. But I will say, Recustom is working on some head sculpts that look absolutely incredible, and I might consider getting those and put them on this body. You know, I really like how they didn't do the hip flap thing. They kept more of that 3.0 kind of style, okay? And I like that. I like how this figure looks aesthetically. It has the white boots, and it has the gold-tipped boots as well. Yeah, it also has the gold-tipped boots. So it has, like, that early Android Saga or Metal Cooler movie look. Then it has that, like, you know, Cell Saga kind of look. I think he changed his boost after the time chamber, right? So yeah, this is a cool Vegeta. I think there's a strong chance I'll be getting that one. Okay, so it'll be released on June 29th, 2026. $38, free shipping, great price. And oh, I forgot to mention too, guys. If you are, I have a free trial thing for Amazon Prime. If you don't have Amazon Prime and you want Amazon Prime, there's like a free trial thing that I have, like an offer you can get. I think it's restricted to students though. I think it's like an Amazon student thing. I'll leave a link in the description, okay? So if you want to get a free trial of Prime, and you are a student, then that would be awesome for you, I would think. Next, we have the Super Saiyan Vegeta Awakened Super Saiyan Blood, okay? This one is basically the current Super Saiyan Vegeta 2.0, $35, delivered tomorrow. Great price, pretty solid figure. You know, someone mentioned last week that the new one, this one here, is a really drastic improvement over this one because of the articulation, especially. So as far as articulation goes, I'd have to say, yeah, that's a solid point. Like, because the articulation of this is very limited in many ways, you know. So on that front, yeah, it probably is a drastic improvement. But what I was mainly talking about was just like the sculpt detail, like the look of the figure. Like, I don't think this figure looks like drastically worse than this, you know? So as far as the aesthetics go, I don't think this is a drastic improvement over this one, okay? But as far as articulation, I would have to say that, yeah, because as far as I know, the DAIMA Vegeta, which this figure is probably going to be very similar to, has like crazy articulation compared to this Vegeta, right? But if you want a Super Saiyan Vegeta right now, this is currently available, being sold by Amazon, $35. Free shipping, you can get it tomorrow according to this. Of course, that probably depends on where you live, okay? Let's see here, Kind-Hearted Saiyan Goku. This one, the face sculpts, if the official figure, if the final release version has face sculpts that look like this and less like what we saw at Tamashii Nations 2025, then I would probably want to get these head sculpts because they're like perfect for like the Boo Saga, the Broly movie, the first Broly movie, stuff like that, you know? So this Goku, apart from the flips and the flaps and the gaps, those head sculpts, if they can get it to look like this in the final release, I'll probably want to get those head sculpts, okay? This is being released July 30th, 2026, it says. $38, free shipping, great price. Let's see here. Saiyan Raised on Earth. Now, if you want to base form Goku like right now, you don't want to wait until July to get that other one. You can get a Saiyan Raised on Earth. This is $30. Tomorrow you can get delivered. And yeah, this is a solid Goku. I still think it holds up today. This is his Namek Saga look though. So it's not, you know, this one is more like Cell Saga, Boo Saga, his kind of outfit there. And this one is based on the Namek Saga. So the outfit is not the same, but if you just want to base form Goku, then this is like, you know, kind of the go-to one right now. Lowest Born Saiyan to me is better as far as the, you know, face sculpt goes. It doesn't have a happy expression though. But overall, this is still like the most available one because Lowest Born Saiyan is sometimes like really difficult to find and stuff like that, right? Next, we have Imperfect Cell, or Cell First Form as they call it, being reissued. It's already available actually. Yeah, this is already available. So it's been reissued, okay? $78.38, quite a high price tag, but I will say I do think this figure is like once again, no pun intended, perfect. I mean, like as far as the aesthetics, it looks like really like spot on to the anime. People complain about the height of him. There are third-party accessories you can get to like extend his legs and stuff. And I have seen this figure go on sale like as low as like $50, $40 sometimes, or like $45 to $50. So this one will likely go on sale at some point. So this one I would probably wait and see if they have some kind of sale at some point on this. But you can get it overnight if you don't want to wait and test that out. You can get it overnight, $78.38. Then we have the Majin Buu. Now this one, and it's kind of funny because last week we mentioned that it's probably better to get this sooner rather than later because once it sells out, scalpers are going to start going crazy. And it seems from what I can tell that Amazon's stock of this Majin Buu has sold out. Like, it's not being sold by Amazon anymore. The only thing I saw was being sold by, what did it say, Amazon Resale? Yeah, it says Amazon Resale. So Amazon Resale, I've never ordered anything from Amazon Resale, only from Amazon themselves, okay? I did a quick Google search about Amazon resale, and the first thing I saw was not good. Somebody was saying it was a scam. They sell fakes. Okay, so I would not recommend buying from Amazon resale based on that, but be sure to do your own research if you find out that like, oh, that guy had a problem or whatever. You know, do your own research, okay? But I've never purchased from Amazon resale, only from Amazon. It seems that Amazon stock of this has sold out, okay? So yeah, I saw another listing here for 89. This one is 70 and $10.62 delivery. This one is $89 free shipping, but being sold by Ninja Express, not by Amazon. And the Amazon resale one is $76.80 with free shipping. Okay, so you know, do your own research, link in the description, but note that this is currently, as far as I can tell, this is currently not available directly from Amazon themselves. Okay, so that should be it as far as the DBZ stuff goes. As for Dragon Ball Super stuff, first we have the Unwavering Saiyan Pride Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. This to me is a pretty solid figure. I don't have it, but I might get it at some point, depending on if they might release. I mean, they actually might make a new like 3.0, 4.0, whatever 0.0 Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta based on like the Dangerous Pride mold and stuff. So it might make sense to wait for that. But if you want a Blue Vegeta right now, I think this is basically the best one they have. The only other Blue Vegeta they have, I believe, is the Broly movie one, which was like insanely priced for like $70 to $80, like not happening, right? So $35, delivery tomorrow. It's currently in stock, being sold by Amazon. Next, we have the Dragon Ball Super Broly, Super Saiyan Broly Fully Power. Okay, so this is not full power Broly. This is fully power Broly. It's like kind of a form where he's like slightly more than the other form. I'm just kidding. They made a typo here. But this is being reissued. It says will be released on April 30th, 2026. I do plan to get this one for sure. This is like basically the definitive, basically the definitive Dragon Ball Super Broly. The price is quite insane, to be fair. It is a large figure, I guess you could say. You could say tariffs to try to excuse this a bit. I mean, the original price I think was like what? Wasn't it like $80 or $85? So you know, if tariffs are affecting this, it's not a drastic difference, but yeah. So if you want full power Broly, I mean, scalpers usually ask, I think, like 130 to 150 plus for this. So it is a bit cheaper than the scalpers, but not like a drastic difference, you know. Here we see the Super Saiyan Red Goku, the new 3.0, 4.0, whatever .0, $38. This is being released on September 15th, 2026. So like quite a while away, almost a year away. I do like the head sculpts. I do like the body apart from gaps and flaps, you know. So like if you look at it, like if you just look at this part right here, this looks super awesome, right? But then you scroll down, you see those flaps, you're like, ah, the flaps. But yeah, I mean, I will say though, the face sculpts look really solid. This is looking off the side, of course. I don't know, like why? I think this should be a rule, okay? If you're gonna include a head sculpt or face sculpt looking off to the side, you should also include the same expression looking forward, okay? So don't give me a yelling looking to the side unless you're also giving me a yelling looking forward. I think that should be the rule from now on. That should be the rule to go by. But yeah, so the figure is pretty solid, you know, not perfect in my view, but for $38, it is of course a pretty good deal, I think. Then we have the Super Saiyan Blue Goku, which is basically the new, like, it's kind of like Games Begin Goku, but blue version, you know? So the head sculpts look pretty good from the prototypes here. Looks pretty solid, you know? I do have the Blue Broly movie Goku, so I don't think I'll need to get this or really want to get it necessarily. We'll see. I might change my mind, you know? But the hair color looks good. The face sculpts look good. And it doesn't have, I was going to say nothing's looking off to the side. Oh my goodness. I just noticed this, actually. The yelling head sculpt is looking off to the side. And the teeth gritted head sculpt is also looking off to the side. Ah, boy. Yeah, that really, that kind of ruins it for me. I mean, 2 head sculpts looking off to the side, dude. Not just 1, 2. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Yeah, that might have just sealed this figure for me, honestly. 2 looking to the side head sculpts, not just 1. You doubled up on it. No. Oh, that's crazy. 2, man. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I don't know. That might have that discovery might have just sealed this figure's fate for me. I might totally just skip this because of that. I might. Or perhaps I could possibly make a video like showing how to like make the eyes look forward. That is a possibility. That could be a video idea. I guess we'll see. But yeah, so $38 releasing on October 14th, 2026. Apart from the flaps, the gaps, and looking to the side, I think is a pretty good looking figure. But you know the issues I have with these modern, these newest iteration. So the last thing from Amazon here we have is GT Kid Goku, 4806, 11% off. I don't think this should be a $50 figure, to be honest with you. This really shouldn't be a $50. This should be like a $40 figure, 45 max. But when you're hitting close to that 50 range, man, like, nah, man, this little thing, dude, just because it has this effect piece, I guess, I don't know. It's just, no. But I do have this figure, but I didn't get it from Amazon. I got it from somewhere else. It was like on like a really decent price. And I was like, oh man, I should get this before it like sells out or whatever, you know? So this is a pretty solid little figure. Doesn't have a bicep swivel though. So that is a limitation of it. I think it also doesn't have an ab crunch, right? Possibly. But if you want a GT Kid Goku, then, you know, this is the best option available right now. And you can get it overnight according to this, depending, of course, probably depends on where you live. All right, now we move on to the third-party stuff, and we're going to start with my personal favorite project in the works right now, which is the WoW Super Action Studio Saiyan Saga Vegeta, okay? Hopefully with the baggy pants. But they posted 2 updates on their Instagram story. This one was just like a silhouette of Goku punching Vegeta. And then this was a kind of blurry image partially showing Goku punching Vegeta. So this is looking pretty good from what I can see. Of course, it's kind of blurry or whatever, so it's not a clear image, but I mean, based on their Goku, this Vegeta should look really, really good, okay? Oh yeah, as far as like release date, that kind of stuff, I think they said pre-orders, you can check last week's video, but I think they said pre-orders will begin early 2026. I think something like that, okay? So, but nothing clear and concrete right now. So yeah, now we move on to DF. So for DF, they revealed, as you guys would have seen if you follow my YouTube posts, DF revealed and showed more details like about their hopefully they will actually release a new like 3.0 Vegito. It has a bunch of it has, let's see, 1 2 3 4 6 head sculpts, okay, 2 Super Saiyan head sculpts, 2 base form head sculpts, and 2 Super Saiyan blue head sculpts, okay? Let's look at these faceplates real quick. Are they looking off to the side? Hold on. Let's see here. Hold on. Let's see. So it looks like the blue one, that might be looking off to the side. Not sure about that. This is definitely looking off to the side, but at least they also have this yelling looking forward. Okay, so, all right. So yeah, this looks really solid. I was considering getting the MP model, MP unit Vegito, which I'll show a little later. But if this one does release, I'll probably get this one. Because, I mean, you're getting 4 head sculpts. Well, 4 different... What is it? 6 head sculpts? 6 head sculpts and like a bunch of hands, a bunch of energy effects and stuff. The MP model one is nowhere near as good as far as value goes. So this would be crazy. The price is $71.34, but I mean, you do get a lot of stuff. You get like, this is stacked with accessories, okay? So this one, and guys, any Aliexpress links that I show, I'm going to leave links to the figures in the description. Only from stores that I have personally used, okay? Not some random store in somebody's basement. I've used Treasure Toys Wholesale Store and Kang, after the whole tariff thing started, and I paid no tariffs. I contacted them and I asked them, will I have to pay tariffs? They said no, and I didn't pay any tariffs, okay? So this is Treasure Toys. This one right now is on pre-order, $71.34. I personally would probably wait until we see an actual physical figure first before pre-ordering this because we know DF is very well known for showing off a bunch of renders and either not releasing them or releasing them like a year later. I don't know, it could be 2 years later or whatever, right? So I would wait until we have a physical figure in image first before pre-ordering this. But if you just want to pre-order it right now, you can at Treasure Toys, and Kang also has it here for $70.89. So Kang is slightly cheaper than Treasure Toys. Very, very minor difference in price there. But yeah, this thing is stacked, and I might get it if it is actually released, okay? Then we have the DF Goku and Gohan. This is basically a clone of the SDCC Goku and Gohan set. The price here at Treasure Toys is $67.13. At Kang is $67.59, so Treasure Toys is slightly cheaper. This is, stacked with accessories. Once again, you get the Nimbus Cloud, 2 different tails for it. And they actually added more stuff to the Gohan. So this Gohan has the, like, expressions from, like, I think the Raditz figure included these. So they basically made, another Gohan where you can have him, like, when he headbutts Raditz and stuff, So I don't know if they added anything to Goku. I'm not sure if they added, I don't think they added anything to Goku, although I think I heard someone say they added like basically some of these hands only had like one hand and they added a second hand to make a pair. So they might have added more hands to Goku and definitely gave Gohan different, face plates and I think a different head sculpt because he didn't have, I don't think the, event exclusive one, the SDCC one had his head sculpt without his hat on. So yeah, this is really solid. I wish it included Goku's power pole in the sheath. That would be cool, but I mean, you are getting a bunch of stuff. You're getting a lot of stuff, and I would actually need that Nimbus for a certain manga cover if I were to make it. So, yeah, and Gohan too, actually, for a manga cover. So, yeah, this is actually pretty cool. 99% chance I'm gonna get this. So that is Treasure Toys and Kang. Okay, now moving on, we have the DF Blue Gogeta, Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. This is currently in stock. It says in stock, shipped within 24 from Kang, $63.30. We have right here from Treasure Toys for $60.83. Treasure Toys also has the bonus being sold separately for $13.55. As far as Kang goes, I don't know if they're including the bonus or not. It's not clear from this. You could perhaps, I guess, contact them and ask. But yeah, so both Treasure Toys and Kang have that Gogeta in stock. Of course, I have the Tonsen version, so I don't need these. But I mean, these are pretty solid value. I mean, like, you're getting, let's see here. You're getting a bunch of stuff. You're getting a bunch of stuff with this. It's not like Bandai where you get like, 2 head sculpts and 4 hands or something, So you're getting a lot of stuff here. Let's see here. Why is that image just like white like that? Okay, cool. All right, moving on. DF, the Bojack Trunks from DF is also in stock at Treasure Toys. I think Kang might have had it as well. I'm not sure. But Treasure Toys has it here for $51.93. This is a solid figure in my opinion. Of course, I hate that hip design. So that is the main reason why I did not get this. I got the Tonsen ones instead, so I don't really need this. But this is, more affordable, $51.93, free shipping, much, lower price than Tonsen would be typically. Although I will say, I guess it depends on, because this has a bunch of accessories. I mean, usually DF's prices are lower. This one here is kind of high, but it has a bunch of stuff in it. So it might still be, the value's still there. You know what I mean? So yeah. All right, let's continue. Let's see here. Yeah, the DF Fury Awakening Super Saiyan Goku. Treasure Toys has this one for $59.06. And this is a solid figure. The head sculpts are not my favorite, that's for sure. And this is basically a 2.0 version of the Fighter of Rage Goku we covered earlier. So if you want this Goku, if you want the best looking version of this Goku, the Fighter of Rage would be the best option. But as far as the price, I mean, this is a bit cheaper, $59.06. Let's say basically $60 for this compared to like $80 for the Fighter of Rage. So it's $20 less, but it really depends to you. It really depends on you, whether you think the $20 difference really matters that much or not, I probably won't get either of them. I'm not sure. The Fighter of Rage, I'm not sure because, as I said, I have Legendary Super Saiyan Goku and the blue shirt for it. So, yeah. Then we have the DF Return from Beyond, the Marcellus Forever Return from Beyond. This is basically just a Super Saiyan version of the Marcellus Forever. Some of the head sculpts are decent. Some of them I don't like that much. As you saw, I have the Recustom Bardock head sculpt on mine. So that really improves the figure a lot in my opinion. But this is still a pretty solid figure. I mean, like if you want a Super Saiyan Goku without the flaps and the gaps, then this would be, I think, the best option available right now. $55.66 from Treasure Toys, free shipping. Then we have the Super Saiyan Blue Vegito from DF, $56.04 from Treasure Toys. This one has a bunch of accessories as well. Let's see if they show you. Yeah, so it has this Ori effect, I think that's the Big Bang Kamehameha or something, or is it called the Final Kamehameha? I think that's what it's called. Then you have the face plates, head sculpt, crossed arms, another effect piece right there. So it is pretty stacked full of accessories. So yeah. Then we have, let's move on to Tonsen. So as far as Tonsen goes, let's see, why are the vests different? Are these just, these are, wait a minute. I've never seen these before. Hold on. Wait. These are, wait a minute. These are, this is my first time seeing these. So these are like cloth jackets for the Tonsen Gogeta. Huh. Well, well, well. You know, this is actually why I bought the Dragon Stars Gogeta a while ago, thinking it had a soft jacket, only to find out it was hard plastic. So that was kind of a wasted purchase. But I might consider getting this orange one and the yellow one or something. Wow, I did not know these were a thing. Huh. The price is a bit high, though. I mean, $30 just for a jacket, you know? That's the only thing really kind of, you know, making me hesitate here. Like, the $30 just for a jacket, you know? I don't know. I got to think about it. This is actually my first time seeing these. It looks pretty good from what I can see. But the price, though, I mean, this should be like $15 or something, you know? Although I guess to be fair, it includes the free shipping. So, I don't know. But $30 just for a little jacket, dude, I don't know. But if you want them, I mean, they're apparently available right now. That is interesting. Okay, yeah, I was going to show you the, they only have the Super Saiyan Tonsen Gogeta. The blue one is not hair, so that one seems to be just sold out. The Super Saiyan one was the less sought after, surprisingly to me. But yeah, 7736, you do get a gang of accessories, just like with the DF Vegito. But, well, you don't get like 6 head sculpts, I don't think, but you get a lot of stuff. So it is more value for your money than you typically see with like Bandai, you know? So yeah, 7736, free shipping. Let's continue. Treasure Toys has it for $77.97. So Treasure Toys is slightly more expensive. Kang. Oh, these are both Treasure Toys. I did the same thing again as last week. These are both Treasure Toys. I don't know why they have 2 different links with different prices for the same figure. But yeah, so this link is slightly more expensive than this one. And they both have the jackets. Are these jackets cheaper? No, I don't. I was hoping the jackets were like $10, you know? Let's see. 2712, 2733. Okay, so these jackets are the cheaper of the two right now, the cheaper of the 2 options. All right, moving on. We have the Tonsen, you know, short-haired trunks being reissued. I believe it's supposed to be reissued like first quarter of 2026. I thought about getting this, but I already have the longer-haired versions, and this body is pretty much the same thing, except it has a watch on the left hand, so I can't, it's tough to justify getting a whole figure just because I want the head sculpts, you know, and it's like $80, you know. But if you want this, it's here at Treasure Toys on pre-order for $80.08. Yeah, $80.08, okay, free shipping. Then we have, oh, this should have been like up above. So Kang has the blue Gogeta for DF 6330. That should have been like up here. Yeah, that should have been like up here. So many tabs to keep track of. Anyways, so yeah, but let's compare the prices real quick. Let's see. So Treasure Toys is $60.83. Kang is $63.30. Okay, so Treasure Toys is slightly cheaper. All right, let's continue now. Let's find where we were. Here we go. So the Tonsen Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is on pre-order as well. Version A has this like orange jacket and solid hair. Version B has the translucent hair with a more yellow jacket. As far as I could tell, neither of these are actually completely accurate to GT. His vest in GT, in my view, was actually an orange that's lighter than this, but it's darker than that. So neither of these actually look exactly like GT. I don't really mind that much personally. Some people are really bothered by it, but I mean, the figure looks pretty solid to me. I can see what people are saying when they say like it should be like more muscular and stuff, but I mean, it looks really solid. I don't think it doesn't bother me that much, you know. But yeah, so Treasure Toys has this on pre-order for $79.42, and now we're moving on. We're moving on to EC or NAN&T. I don't know. These companies have like 10 names, so I think this is the same company. It should be, but this is a future Gohan kit, okay? And these images don't look, I mean, they don't look horrible to me, but they don't look as amazing as the new renders do. So I'm going to show you these first. This is on pre-order from Treasure Toys Wholesale Store, $34.73, free shipping, excellent price, like fantastic price. Honestly, if EC or ENC or NAN&T or ENZ, whatever they're called, if they continue to deliver these prices and they improve their quality and stuff, they might become my favorite third party. Because the prices that I've seen for their Goku figures, that I don't know whether they're out yet, or I think the yellow, the regular Super Saiyan Goku, we're going to talk about that later. We're going to talk about that later. But this future Gohan kit, if their prices remain like this and they improve their quality and stuff, they are likely going to become my favorite third party company. Okay, but let's look at this real quick. So this is the base form head sculpt. They have 4 versions of this. So these images don't look the best. They don't look like complete trash, but they don't look the best either. This is the first one here. It doesn't have like a torso piece, right? So it has, this is looking off to the side. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I just noted, I think they changed the face sculpts a bit, because this is looking off to the side right here. But in the new renders, I don't think this is looking off to the side. Yeah. Okay, so depending on what's looking off to the side might change my opinion on this. But yeah, so this is the first version, second version. The hair is like a darker yellow. Then we have this version here, has like paler, like more pale yellow hair and a torso piece. And then this one has, you know, the darker yellow hair with the torso piece, okay? So let's look at this Instagram post. So Hobby Model Store posted this on Instagram, okay? And these renders look much better than what is currently on Aliexpress and stuff. So I'm hoping that this means they actually improved the sculpts and they will end up looking more like this. That's what I'm really hoping for, because this looks fantastic, okay? Like, these look really good. I'd be very, you know, very good with these, okay? And here you'll notice that this head sculpt, the stern one, is looking off to the side, but they also have a stern one looking forward, right? So unlike as you saw over here, where the yelling one was looking off to the side and they didn't have a yelling one looking forward. So I don't know about what the details are regarding that. Okay, on the prices are different. Oh, so these ones with the torso piece cost a bit more. Okay, that's totally, I understand. Yeah, so these new renders though look really solid. So I'm hoping that the final product actually looks like these, okay? Now here we have ENCs or ECs, Super Saiyan Goku. It's kind of like a video kind of just showing off the figure. So let's just look at this. And if the quality, I wish the quality was better. Like, I don't understand why the quality is like 240p. But okay. Let's see. Yeah. I mean, it looks decent. I wish the quality was better so you can get a better understanding of like how good the details look on the face sculpt and stuff. But the shading on the body looks really good, actually. Wow. That's actually some really good shading on the body. Yeah. I'm not playing the music because it's like probably like copyright or something, so. Okay. Yeah, we got the swivel. Looks a little, the joints look a little tight though. Might need a bit of oil for certain things. Or they might need to add some oil. But ENC, a lot of their stuff is basically kit bashing, like recasting other people's, you know, third-party stuff and, or even official stuff, and making a kind of like a hybrid figure of different parts. But yeah, I mean, okay. Turning the waist. Okay, so unlike Lowest Born Saiyan, he can turn a full 360. Okay, the legs. I assume it has the same articulation as, like, you know, the legendary Super Saiyan Goku, so it's basically just that body repainted, right? All right. This is a long showcase, actually. I didn't remember it being this long. All right. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, so that is the showcase of that figure. The shading on the body looks really good from what I can tell, from what little I can see with the pixelation. But yeah, I'd like to see clearer images to get like a better understanding of the face detail and stuff like that, you know. But yeah, I haven't seen any pre-orders for this from any of the like AliExpress stores that I've used. So if I see those, you know, I'll let you all know, but I haven't seen any yet. Now for ZT Studio Broly, so this figure is released right now, okay? It is in stock according to what I've seen on Instagram, and this is being sold by Kang for 131. As I've said, that price is way too high. I think this should honestly be like, let's say 70 to 80, possibly 90 max, okay? This is like, that price is way too high, okay? So there's 99% chance I'm not getting this, okay? But I mean, it looks good. I think it is the best looking Broly on the market right now, but that price is just crazy, okay? So yeah, if you want it though, Kang has it 131.88. Next, the LS Studio Moro. This is also in stock according to Instagram posts. Treasure Toys has this for 76.78. This is the regular version A, the brown furred version. Version B, I don't know when this is scheduled for release, sometime next year, I believe. This one has the like white fur instead of the brown fur because of the Ultra Instinct absorption and stuff. So yeah, this figure honestly looks pretty good. Like, there's a part of me that kind of wants it, but I don't know if I'm gonna get it or not, you know, because I mean, I couldn't really use it to animate, to, you know, recreate any specific animation. I'd have to use it for like a manga cover or manga panels or something. I don't know. Like, it looks cool. Like, I think it looks really good, but I don't currently have, you know, a serious need for this, you know. But yeah, Treasure Toys has it 76.78. The price is a bit high. Does have free shipping, so you know. Then we have the MP model or M unit Vegito. Now this I think looks really awesome. It has like a soft upper torso, kind of like Games Begin Goku, but without all the gaps and stuff. And it actually uses the more like 3.0 leg design instead of those big hip flaps that Games Begin Goku has. So aesthetically, I really like this figure. But if DF releases theirs, then DF is just going to completely murk this as far as value goes. So if DF does release theirs, there's a very slim chance that I'd be getting this one because it's 83.59 for each form. For one for Super Saiyan, one for Super Saiyan Blue, and then base form is like this separate kit and stuff. Like, you know, the value is just not there compared to DF, right? But if you do want to pre-order this or, you know, get any of these versions or kits or whatever, Treasure Toys has these up. Finally, we have this, you know, showing of, I believe this is Kong Studios under yet a new name. Hobby Model Store posted this and said Goku by NT, okay? But I mean, this is the Kong Vegito, right? So I'm guessing this is Kong with a new name. You know, this looks decent. You know, I'm not interested in this personally. As far as Kong goes, I know that they are infamous for their hand pegs breaking all the time. And for me, the prices that they ask for these figures, that is just unacceptable. Like, it is so common that it's a known thing. It's known that these pegs break on Kong figures, you know? So why am I going to spend $80, $90, whatever you're asking on a figure, just knowing that the peg is probably going to break and all that kind of stuff? Like, no, I'm not going to do that. So I don't really buy Kong stuff very much. I have a head sculpt, like a Blue Vegeta head sculpt, but I think that's about it. I don't have any other Kong figures, nor do I plan to get any others unless they really rectify that peg breaking thing. I'm not spending that much money knowing it's going to break. That's just ridiculous, you know? But this is, you know, showing their base form battle damage Goku, I'm assuming. I don't think it's Ultra Instinct. So yeah, this is what Kong is showing right here. And finally, we have this Janemba project by Red Leaf Studio. And I'm not sure if their name is Red Leaf Studio or Red Leaf Studios. It seems they changed their name. I don't know, or I don't know. This one says Studios. This one says Studio. I'm not sure. Okay, but this Janemba looks really cool to me. The head sculpt looks really good. Those renders look really, really good. And it says here, Red Leaf Studio, Super Janemba Tees. Red Leaf Studio, well, would you look at that? Surprise, surprise. Maybe I did make some good friends. This is from someone who, like, you know, speaks to them privately and stuff. And it said, first look at a Super Janemba render from Red Leaf Studio, new company, teased. Nothing confirmed yet, but we may be getting him. It's about time. We'll post updates in this sub. Photo credit to Zealous Zenkai on IG. Okay, so that looks really awesome to me. I like how that's looking. Then we have this update posted 3 days ago. It says Red Leaf Studios Fusion Reborn Super Janemba update. And if we zoom in here, it says Interdimensional Jester version A by Red Leaf Studios is set to begin functionality testing and production sometime early next year. From what I understand, new articulation and engineering is similar to that of both DAIMA and Games Begin Goku. Another interesting thing to note is Red Leaf seems to be experimenting with a soft rubber plastic for the vest of this project. From what I've seen, things like butterfly joints and torso are hidden underneath. Okay. So for this one, it says another Janemba tease render from Red Leaf Studio. Props to Red Leaf for trying to be the first third-party company to do Janemba. Looks like they're taking their time to trying to get it right. Posting updates on this release in this sub. Photo credit to Zealous Zenkai on IG. And yeah, I will say I do like the fact that they're making a character no one else has made. It's not just another Goku, another Vegito, another Broly. You know, it's just like making these other characters like Bojack, okay, Janemba. What else is there? There's Harudagarn. I mean, if you make Harudagarn, it'll probably be like, what, $500? Who else is there? There's like Buhan, Bootanks. There's all these other characters that have no figures that need figures, you know, and no one's making them. Oob, for example. No one's making an Oob, right? Moro is a good one, you know, a good example of someone making something that no one else has made yet. So I'd like to see more third-party companies making those characters that don't have figures, okay? Instead of just recycling Goku after Goku after Goku, Vegeta after Vegeta after Vegeta. Although I will say I'm very excited about the Well-Scratched Studio Super Saiyan Vegeta, of course. Not Super Saiyan, Saiyan Saga Vegeta, of course. Because that's a look of Vegeta that has not been made accurately yet, okay? So that is why that is different to me. But yeah, Janemba, that is cool. Now I will say, as far as constructive criticism goes, the upper body, I'm loving how it's looking, right? Upper body, loving that. This part is the only part that I would say I personally would try to change. Because if we look at, let's see, Janemba here, right here. This is what Janemba's legs look like, right? So this one really has a huge dip, like a big, you know, space here. And if you look at the Dragon Stars is more similar to how Janemba actually looks in that, you know, in the leg area, right? So I think, honestly, what they should do, what I would do if I was making this, I think the best thing to do would be to have it, you know, bring this part out or whatever, so it keeps the same, you know, a similar profile to the actual Janemba body, but have drop-down hips so that you can pull the leg down and then take it out to the side so it doesn't basically cause him to not be able to pose properly, because this Janemba cannot pose very well at all because it doesn't have drop-down hips or anything, and these parts here kind of clash against each other and limit how far you can like pose his legs outwards, okay? So what I think they should do is bring this out, make it look like how Janemba's legs really do look, like this, but give him drop down hips so you can pull the leg down and then take it to the side, so that way he can still kick to the side and stuff while preserving the look and aesthetic of Janemba's body. I think that is the best way to go. Someone mentioned that drop down hips make things fragile. But I mean, WWE Ultimate Edition figures have drop-down hips, and I've not heard of them breaking. Like, it's not a common thing for them. Like, oh, the drop-down hips are just breaking. Like, it's not a thing, you know? So if you make it well and you make the peg, you know, thick enough or strong enough or durable enough or whatever, you can make the drop-down hips. I mean, 1.0 Acid Figuarts had drop-down hips, okay? So you can put the drop-down hips, and that would preserve both the aesthetic of the figure and the articulation. I think that's what they should do instead of this kind of like gap they've got going on here, right? Like, that is the only thing that bothers me. I don't like how that looks personally. I would definitely seek to, you know, improve the look of that. But yeah, I mean, the person who posted this stuff, you know, said like they don't, I guess, care about hateful comments and stuff like that. This is, of course, not being hateful. I'm just giving, you know, feedback, constructive criticism. Hopefully they, if they hear about this, you know, they appreciate the feedback there. I'm interested in the project, but just giving my feedback as how I would improve it, you know? So yeah, but yeah, that is it as far as third-party stuff goes and Dragon Ball figure news for right now. Depending on when you see this video, Bandai might have revealed their, like, I think it's a day 4, you know, reveal thing. And, you know, hopefully I'll make a video about that either tomorrow, because tomorrow, Saturday, should be the last day of the reveals thing. I'll make a video about that either tomorrow, hopefully, or Sunday, okay? So anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and bye for now.